You were born with the ability to direct healing energy through your own body. This ability wasn't given to you by anybody else, and it doesn't belong only to people who have completed a course, received an attunement, or earned a certificate. That ability has been part of you from the very beginning. You've simply been taught to look outside yourself for access to something that has always been within you. For thousands of years, healing has been surrounded by systems, rituals, teachers, and practitioners. Many of these methods are powerful and they've helped countless people. But somewhere along the way, we began to confuse the method with the power behind it and where that power comes from. We began to think that healing energy had to be passed to us, activated for us, or accessed through someone with special training. That belief has kept many people dependent on others for something their own body already knows how to do. Your body is not waiting for permission to heal. It's constantly repairing, regulating, responding, and returning to a state of balance. The question isn't whether you have the ability to heal. The question is whether you recognize that this ability is your birthright and understand how to use it consciously. Today, we're going to look beyond the traditional understanding of Reiki and other energy healing methods and explore what actually happens beneath the method. You'll begin to understand why healing your body has never belonged to a select group of people and how you can use these same principles on your own body. You'll also learn that no one else is the source of your healing and how to connect with your own natural ability to work with energy to heal imbalance within your own body. And it isn't difficult. You're already directing your energy every day through your focus, your emotions, your beliefs, your intentions. Most of the time, you're doing it unconsciously. I'm going to teach you how to use that ability consciously to bring your body back into balance. First, let's talk about what energy healing is and why, even though there are different names and different approaches, fundamentally, they're all working with the same thing. We'll give specific focus to Reiki because that's the system many people are familiar with. Energy healing is the practice of using focused intention and energy to help the body move from a state of imbalance toward a more balanced state. Depending on the method, a practitioner may place their hands directly on the body, hold them a short distance above it, use breathing, visualization, movement, or simply focus their attention on the area they're working with. The methods may look different, but the basic purpose is the same: to influence the energetic state of the body so that it's restored to balance. Quantum touch, therapeutic touch, pranic healing, Reiki, and many other systems each have their own language and techniques. One may focus heavily on breath. Another may work with the energy field around the body. Another may focus on removing what it describes as congested energy. Some use specific hand positions, symbols, visualizations, or movements. But these are simply different structures for helping a person focus, direct, and work with energy. Reiki is a Japanese energy healing system developed by Mikao Usui in the early 20th century. The word Reiki is commonly translated as universal life force energy. During a Reiki session, the practitioner usually places their hands lightly on the body or holds them just above it. The practitioner is taught that Reiki energy flows through them into the recipient, going where it's needed to help restore balance. Reiki training is usually divided into 3 levels, although some systems use 4. Level 1 teaches the basic hand positions and how to use Reiki on yourself and others. Level 2 introduces symbols used to strengthen the energy and support the emotional healing and send Reiki over a distance. Level 3 is generally the Reiki master level, where students learn more advanced techniques, the master symbol, and how to teach Reiki and perform attunements. An attunement is a ceremony performed by a Reiki master to help connect the student more strongly to Reiki energy. It may involve symbols, breathwork, intention, and working around the head, shoulders, and hands. Students usually receive an attunement at each level, and they're taught that it opens, strengthens their ability to channel Reiki. Now, let's understand what Reiki energy actually is. Universal life force energy is the energy of source consciousness, oneness, God, or whatever term you choose to use. Each one of us is an individuated expression of that same source energy. As consciousness, we can experience ourselves in many different forms, and here in physical reality, we project a physical body so that we can have a physical experience. Before the physical body is formed, our consciousness creates an energetic template that forms the blueprint of the body. This energy structure includes the energy centers and pathways that distribute energy throughout the body, while the toroidal field surrounding the body helps maintain its structure and its constant connection to the greater field of consciousness. I go into this in much more detail in The Architecture of the Human Energy System. Link is in the description. Your energetic blueprint has its own unique vibrational signature, a key frequency that's representative of you in this physical world. When you explore negative and limited states of being through your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, and perceptions, they begin to distort that blueprint. If that distortion continues, it can eventually be reflected as a physical imbalance within the body. Healing happens when the body returns to a frequency aligned with its original blueprint. When you go to a Reiki practitioner or another energy healer, that person creates and radiates a field of higher frequency energy that represents the healed state. They do this through their intention to heal, to be of service, and their own alignment with the frequency they're offering. But this is the part most people don't understand. An energy healer never actually heals another person. That isn't how healing works. The balanced energy field they radiate acts as an invitation for the other person to match that frequency. When the person matches that frequency, they begin restoring balance within their own body. If they don't match it, the healing doesn't happen. When you choose to visit an energy healer, you're also using that person and their method as what is called a permission slip. A permission slip is something you believe will allow you to experience something that you don't yet believe you can create for yourself. You trust the practitioner, the Reiki system, the symbols, the attunements, or the process, and that trust causes you to become more receptive to healing. If you experience a positive result in Reiki, it's because you believed the practitioner was giving you something you couldn't have experienced on your own. But the practitioner didn't possess a healing ability that you don't. They simply provided a balanced frequency for you to match. But you were always the one who chose to accept and match that frequency, which in turn caused the healing. If an energy healer tells you they can heal you, remember that only you can choose whether healing takes place. They can offer the frequency, but they can never take away your choice to match that frequency. If you experience a positive result in energy healing, it's because you believed that the practitioner is giving you something that you simply couldn't experience by yourself. The practitioner didn't possess a healing ability that you lack. They simply helped you by providing a balanced energy frequency for you to choose to match. You were always the one, always, who decided whether you would be healed. This also explains why some people visit energy healers and experience no healing at all. They may consciously want to heal, but unconsciously, they aren't choosing to match the frequency being offered. They may doubt that energy healing is real, doubt that it's possible for them, or hold beliefs that contradict the results they say they want. But it can also mean they simply aren't ready to be healed. Their condition may still hold valuable growth lessons they chose to explore from a higher level. The practitioner's own state also matters. To radiate a healed frequency, they first have to embody it themselves. While offering healing, their intention must be clear, their energy balanced, and their focus on love and service. Some practitioners find this more challenging than others, depending on their life circumstances, which will also affect what the person being healed experiences. Like many things in life, we've become used to looking outside of ourselves for answers and guidance. Healing is no different. We look to others to heal us because we believe we don't possess the ability to heal ourselves. But that's simply not true. You were born with the ability to heal yourself. It's intrinsic to who you are. It's your true nature. Working with energy isn't difficult. You're already naturally working with it every second of every day without realizing it, through every thought and belief and emotion and intention that you have. The only difference is you're not aware of it. I teach people how to run energy through their bodies to heal themselves all the time. I published an Amazon bestseller about it, and right now I'm going to show you exactly how to use the energy of source consciousness, the very same energy every energy healer uses to heal yourself. No reading required. Don't let how deceptively simple this exercise is cause you to feel any doubt. I'm a living example. I run energy through my body every day. I never get sick, not even a cold. I'm 55 and I don't experience the degenerative effects of aging at all. In fact, I feel certain parts of my health aging in reverse. This exercise has two parts. The first addresses any imbalance you may be experiencing. The second is something you can use every day to raise the frequency of your body and bring it into coherence with your original blueprint. It's what I do every day. And with practice, the entire exercise only takes about 5 minutes. Begin by slowing and deepening your breathing. Feel your breath, fill your abdomen first, then your chest, and slowly exhale. Repeat this several times. And now set your intention. Keep it simple, direct, powerful. And then reduce it to 1 or 2 words. It could be healed or perfect health. My typical intention is, I now come into coherence with my key frequency. My word is coherence. As you continue breathing deeply, imagine a portal opening above your head. Feel a brilliant light entering through the crown of your head. On each inhale, draw the light into your body. On each exhale, feel it intensify throughout every cell. The inhale draws the energy in. The exhale intensifies it. On each exhale, whisper or simply feel the word that you chose, echoing the essence of that word throughout your body. Don't worry about what color the light is. Let it be whatever it needs to. It may be white, a single color, or many colors. It may move slowly or explosively. It may focus in one part of your body or flow evenly. Just allow it. The only thing that matters is that the light feels bright and clear. If it appears cloudy or dull, simply continue the exercise until it clears. Now become the observer. Don't try to control the energy. Simply watch it flow wherever it needs to go. Continue for at least 5 minutes or longer if it feels right. And when you're ready, allow the light entering your crown to become a brilliant golden light. And on each inhale, draw it into your chest. On each exhale, let it radiate outward from your heart throughout your entire body. Inhale draws the golden light in. Exhale radiates it out. Continue until you're surrounded by a beautiful golden sphere of light. Feel it pulsing with every breath. Then allow it to expand beyond your body, beyond your home, beyond your town, your country, the earth, until that sphere merges with source consciousness itself. Then slowly let the experience fade, knowing that the sphere is always there, glowing and pulsing, whether you're consciously focused on it or not. Practice this daily. Morning and evening are ideal. During the day, if you feel stressed or anxious, do a micro session. Take a few slow breaths. Inhale the golden light into your body. Expand it out on the exhale and focus on your intention word. Even a few breaths throughout your day can completely change your state of mind. A couple of things before we finish. First, don't worry if you don't see or feel the energy. That's perfectly fine. Imagination is the language of energy. Once your intention calls the energy into being, simply know it's there. Second, feel free to use your hands. Each palm contains an energy center, which makes your hands incredibly powerful tools when it comes to directing the flow of energy. I use my hands all the time to draw energy in and expand it out through my body. If that works for you, then by all means, use them. And finally, I also recommend another exercise called the violet flame, especially during times of severe stress. It has a profoundly calming effect and also helps you move into a state where you can see situations from a much higher perspective. Link to that exercise is in the description. And that's it. It's that simple. When you do this exercise, you aren't doing anything fundamentally different from what an energy healer does. I'm an energy healer, and I'm here to tell you that every single one of you can do this. You are not an exception. It isn't possible for you to lack this ability. That would be like saying you don't have the ability to breathe. Working with energy is part of who you are. You were born this way. All you needed was someone to remind you of who you really are and what you're really capable of. Every healing you experience can only happen because you accepted the frequency of the healed state. Every practitioner, every technique, every symbol, every modality was simply a permission slip you gave to something or someone outside of yourself in the belief that it would help you. But the truth is, you are a fully empowered, self-sovereign being. And this is the future of healing. The power was never in Reiki. It was never in the practitioner. It was never in the symbols, because the power was never outside of you. It was always you. And with that, we'll bring this to a close. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. Questions or comments are always welcome. I read them all, and I've also left a question in the pinned comments for any insights that you'd like to offer. If this sharing resonates and you'd like to hear more, please hit the like button, which helps me know if you're inspired by my teachings. For more insights, tap the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Thank you so much for listening and for being part of this beautiful community where we replace external dependence with self-sovereignty, one realization at a time. Remember, any questions, any comments, put them in the comments. I read them all. Superhuman Made Simple with the Architect.